Hi guys, I want to talk in this video about hitting balls at slow speed. Probably slower than is almost ever necessary. Think pocket speed and then think, no, slower than that. Sometimes you kind of have to. Not very often, but sometimes you do need to hit a ball very slowly. I think one of the examples that I had come up in my practice was, so I played rotation here. And my natural inclination would be to shoot the one, bounce off the rail, and back up for the two. But what if that's not really an option? What if I had too much garbage down here? And so now I'm like, well, I try to get lucky. But whatever path you want to take is blocked, okay? I have to hit it softly. That's what I'm getting at. If I have to hit it softly, that's the reason that I practice stuff like this. There are three problems with hitting a ball that softly. And that demonstrated at least one of them right there. Got my shape, missed the shot. This is an easy shot, right? Ball's a foot and a half in the pocket. One of the problems that can come up shooting a ball that softly, at least for me, and I think for a lot of people, we're not used to shooting anything that softly, and our arm does not move as accurately as it does at a faster speed. At least that's what happens with me. Is I'm just flat out not as accurate hitting a ball that slowly. I'm not as accurate as I would like to be. That's why I practiced it. Another thing that can come up a lot on a shot like this, possibly, is what happened the first time I shot it as well. There's this phenomenon in pool that everybody knows about, and I've talked about, cut induced throw. So I'm going to cut this one to my right as the cue ball rubs against the one. It's going to push the one in this direction a little bit. I believe that cut induced throw is at its greatest the slower the speed is. In other words, if I shoot this ball hard or firm even, I'm still going to get cut induced throw. But I'm going to get more at, I can't say I'm going to get maximum at 0 miles per hour, because then the ball's not moving, there's no throw. But let's say like 0.0001 miles per hour. If I hit this slowly, I'm going to get the maximum amount of cut induced throw, trying to push that one into this rail or into the point, or to cheat the pocket somehow, not put it in the middle. So I have to kind of act like, convince my brain that I'm overcutting the shot. If I shot every shot in my life at that speed, I wouldn't have to convince my brain of anything. My brain would already know what was going to happen. I also wouldn't be a very good player if I shot every shot in my life at that speed. And I'm not a scientist. I don't know the science behind any of this, but I am a pool player. And what I see is that at slow speeds, even if I'm accurate, even if, because I can see the cue, everything's going slowly, right? Even if I'm accurate, that object ball is going to get more cut induced throw, pushing it away from the camera in this case, at slow speeds. So that's one thing that can come up. And if you ever get, and you're just practicing your slow speed stuff, you'll probably notice that, hey man, I'm undercutting a lot more shots than I overcut. And I think that's why. That's one of the reasons why. Another one of the reasons why, let's see if I can demonstrate this. It gives the same effect but there's a different cost to it. I think most people will put outside English on a cut shot. Not all, and every shot's different, and every situation's different, and don't get in the comments and say, yeah, but no. I think I'm generalizing here, okay? What I'm saying here, so this is the measle ball. Watch this measle ball if you can. I hope the camera focuses well enough or whatever. But I'm going to hit this with maximum right hand spin, but I'm going to hit it very slowly. If you watch the dots will start out showing that the cue ball is spinning. By the time the cue ball gets up there, that spin will have straightened out. It may be gone completely. It may be completely gone. See if I can actually hit this ball soft enough. Now I've done all that yammering. Could you see that kind of straighten up? I think I can hit it a little bit softer. Well, I know I can because I did it before. Maximum right hand spin and soft. You see that? By the time I got to about right here, there was no side spin at all on that cue ball. So what I'm getting at with this whole demonstration crap is if you're one of those people, and I'm one of those people, that put spin on a lot of shots, if you're shooting slowly, that spin is going to change. It's going to dissipate, and it may even go away if you shoot it slowly. So if I shoot this one ball again in the side very slowly with left English, I'm counting on that spin-induced throw to help that one get into the pocket. But if I shoot it slowly enough, that spin might be gone. It will certainly be less. And that's going to compensate for it pretty well. But a lot of times, I won't compensate as well, and the ball will do this. Just like cut-induced throw being at its maximum at slow speeds, making the ball hit here, that spin dissipating, that outside English dissipating can do the exact same thing. It can make the ball hit here, even if your arm is perfectly accurate. The main reason I'm doing this is I'm just trying to throw balls out and work on the accuracy of my arm movement at that speed, and keep in mind that if I have a cut, I have to cut it just a little bit more than I think. And it's a practice thing. Again, this is not the way to shoot pool. It's going to come up, but it's not going to come up very often. Like, I'm not even going to play shape for this 4. I'm just trying to hit that ball way too hard for this practice thing I'm trying to do. The last couple of shots I've left myself pretty straight in, which is good practice for the accurate arm movement at slow speed thing, but not so much for the cut thing. This is more of a cut. Before I started doing this kind of practice, I want to say over half the time that 5 would hit here. It wouldn't go in the pocket. It would hit here because of that slow speed cut-induced throw was going to be at its maximum. I have to look like, to my brain, like I'm overcutting the shot. Hit that way too hard as well. Trying to hit them as soft as possible. I want them to come up, teeter on the edge, and then drop in. Because I'm trying to practice hitting them slowly. So I want to hit them as slowly as possible. Same thing, have another cut. Convince myself I'm overcutting the shot. Hit it softly and try to be accurate about it. that when I did overcut and I wasn't accurate. One of the things about a slow speed shot is the cue ball was 4 inches away from the tip, and I could already see that I'd hit it bad. And because it's so slow, you have to watch it. And it's agonizing and stuff. You have to be, I'm back here, and I'm going, crap, I missed a shot. Then I have to wait an hour and a half for it to get up there and hit it to prove that, yes, I did just miss a shot. I'm not sure if I mishit that one or I had more cut into throw than I was thinking. I think I just had more cut into throw than I was thinking. Again, I'm not playing shape. I just threw balls out here. All I'm trying to do is hit the center of the pocket on all these shots. Work on my accuracy. I think this is important. I think all accuracy is important. This doesn't come up all the time or even very often, but when it does, I'm going to be glad that I've been doing this kind of practice lately. I'm going to be glad that, hey, I'm better at hitting a ball at super slow speed than I used to be, than I was 2 weeks ago or a month ago or 10 years ago or 40 years ago, whatever. This shot, if I'm going to cut the 8, I can't shoot it super soft or the 8 will never make it to the pocket. It's minimum speed is what I'm trying to get to. Minimum speed on this 8 and cut it. I just cut it, but overcut it. And I didn't overcut it. I don't know if I mishit that one or the cut induced throw got me. Another thing that can happen, just like on a related note, this kind of shot. Now it comes up fairly often, I guess. Like a 9-ball. A lot of people use like a draw drag shot. They'll hit the cue ball low and a little bit harder, but they still want that bottom English to be gone by the time it hits the 8. So the cue ball stays down there for position on the 9. This is another kind of shot that a lot of times will get undercut. And it's not because your shot line was wrong. Your shot line was wrong because of the speed, because of that cut induced throw. All of a sudden you get down there and you hit the 8 in the perfect spot for the initial speed. But because the cue ball is going a lot more slowly when it hits that 8, you get more cut induced throw, pushes the 8 into the bottom rail. So you have to, again, but to overcut, you're going to use this drag stroke. I'm not very good at this shot, by the way. But a lot of times, a lot of the better players especially will shoot that kind of shot a lot instead of just slow rolling the ball up there. Just slow roll, you can get, the table can roll off and stuff on you. That's why I bank at firm speeds. One of the reasons I bank at firm speeds. It's one of the reasons that most people will shoot at a fairly firm speed and not be slow rolling stuff like that. But I think it's a skill you need to have. I think it's a skill that's well worth practicing. I don't have to do this slow speed stuff 6 hours a day for the next 5 years. Just every now and then. Aim is you're throwing out like 9 balls a couple times a day, shooting them at slow speed, and then the rest of my practice time can just be, practice whatever I want, have fun with whatever I want. For now, that's it, and that's this video. There's my button. Thanks, guys. Oh, shit. King Kong, that ball.